Trauma is a very real and painful experience, and it can show up in so many ways in our lives. And after traumatic experiences, we normally change from the inside out. It changes our emotional state, our mental state, our well-being altogether. And before we enter into another relationship, I want to make sure we're good. You have to be good. You have to be healed in some sort or actively healing in order for that next relationship to work. Because a lot of us are jumping to the next relationship unhealed, and the relationship will be contaminated. And that's not what we're trying to do. So tune into this episode so you can get the real on how to have a healthy relationship after trauma. Hey, welcome back to another Moment with Joy, where this is our time where we heal together, we grow together, and we evolve together. And I get excited every time I get to share time and space with y'all. So I thank you for showing up today, not even just for me, but for you, because you know this is a healing podcast where evolution and liberation is the thing. Okay? So today, before we get started, you already know, make sure you're what? Subscribed. Go ahead and press the bell. Go ahead and get the notification so you can see my face every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. Where else you gotta be? Come spend some time with me. And it ain't even a long time. It's just a little time. But every one of you that shows up every week, I appreciate y'all. And for the newbies, I am Joy River, certified life coach. So if you are in need of a life coach, you need somebody to talk to, I am here just for you. And I also have a link on there where if you don't want to dive too deep, you just want to tell me what's going on today, I have a link that's called I Just Want to Talk. It could be about anything, okay? I don't care if you at the grocery store, you having a panic attack. I don't care if your child is, you got to pick him up from his daddy. Whatever you need, there's a link for it. I have creative meditations where we can sit, color, and paint together. If you need some time away from your normal schedule, go to my website, www.creativeenergy.life, and get your life. Get your life at creativeenergy.life. Because creative energy is the energy that creates our world. And not this world, but yours. And then it evolves into the earth, okay? So make sure if you need help, I'm here. And also, I have a private Facebook page now, because I wanted to connect with y'all on a deeper level. I wanted to be closer. YouTube is great. Instagram is great and all the things. But this private page will have private content, private videos, private gatherings. We're doing it all. Okay? So if you can, go to the link in the description and follow my Facebook page and get with the people who are on the inners. Okay? So I hope that you guys meet me over at Facebook, because I have a lot of love to share and show y'all. Okay? So today's episode, near and dear to my heart, like all of them are. And because we're healing over here, today we are going to transform trauma, and we're going to unlock the keys to healthier relationships. And this is what I mean by that. A lot of times we'll go through a traumatic situation and we won't pause. We'll just jump back into another relationship, and that one will be bad again. And then we look up and there are 6 bad relationships that we've been in, and our mental state, our emotional state is completely damaged, completely toe up from the flow up, need a new something. I'm going to give ways so you can have healthier relationships and go in it properly, okay? So all of us have experienced trauma of some sort, and we all, have felt the sting of what trauma can bring, and we all have the scars that it left. You know what I'm saying? So in some cases, we can retreat, get alone, isolate, be by ourselves, be mad, be angry. And sometimes we can really go looking for love and how to feel good again, which never, ever works. It is so unhealthy, and it does not heal trauma. It just prolongs it and causes more when you're just looking for love and haven't paused, okay? We always want love. Even if y'all don't think y'all want love, like if you're saying, I'm done, I'm finished, I ain't dating no more. I'm not looking for it. I ain't doing none of that. We're going to stop saying that. And if you do feel that way, maybe your words should be because we know the power of our words and we get what we ask for. If you say, I don't want to date, I don't want to do that, just say in this season, I'm not looking to do that. However, when I'm ready, I want my partner, I want my companion. Start speaking that stuff over your life. So in this episode, I will give ways that you can have a healthy relationship after trauma. And people want to know, if you need to know the definition of trauma, this is the definition. Trauma is a very real and painful experience that can present itself in many ways. It is an emotional response to a traumatic event or series of events, which can be either recent or past tense. Trauma can manifest itself in many different ways, y'all. Many different forms, mentally, physically. However, if it's mentally, we will be fatigued, very drained. It may trigger you emotionally where you're enraged, you're angry. You could just be very sad, and or you could feel ashamed or guilty. Physically, it can show up in us where our muscles get so tense where we can't move. You know what I'm saying? You can't sleep. You don't have an appetite any longer. It shows up differently for everybody. So whatever ways it shows up for you, acknowledge it, sit in it, and guess what? Write it down so you'll know how we can, find ways to get out of that space. Okay, guys? Even in this episode, I want you to know that even though you feel like after a traumatic situation that things just can't get better, I want you to know that healing is so possible. And healthy relationships and love is your portion. You deserve it. You need it. You want it. And you about to have it. And it's going to be healthy and it's going to be good. And we're not going to go back to the mess, the vomit, the trash. We're not going to go backwards. We're going to move forward and we're going to start putting in our vision healthy relationships, real love, pure love. That's what we're going to do. So, Joy, here are some ways that you can have healthy relationships after trauma. Here are some ways. Here's the first thing. The first way that you can guarantee a healthy relationship after a trauma or a traumatic situation is self-inventory. That's first. We're going to say that. We're going to say self-inventory. See what needs to go and what should stay. Detox from negative thoughts, because after trauma, we normally don't look at ourselves in a positive light after trauma. It's like we're stuck in the identity that person or that situation gave us. Whatever that situation that was traumatic for you, that is a way to have a healthy relationship moving forward. You're going to take self-inventory. You're going to look at yourself and you're going to say, what about me needs to change? What about me needs to change? Do I like love or do I like toxic love? Do I like aggressiveness or do I need some softness? What do I like? What do I need to change so I don't bleed over into my new relationship and contaminate the goodness that's over there? So that's what I mean by self-inventory. We're going to sit down. We're going to really take note of what happened. So that's the second thing. So we're going to take inventory and then we're going to start taking note of what happened. We're going to reflect. That's the second thing because they both tie into each other. We're going to reflect on what happened. So if it shows up again, we can smell it, we can sniff it before it even touches us. So we're going to reflect back. Think back, y'all. Don't be afraid to think back on it. And I'm not saying dwell. I'm not saying think back on it and go and feel everything that came with it. No, we're going to think back on it and we're going to look at it logically. We're going to look at it logically because our emotions can cloud our vision a bit. So we're going to look at it logically and we're going to look at it for what it really was. Okay? And we're going to show up for ourselves. And we're going to after we reflect, we're going to show up and be aware of where we messed up where we went right, where we went wrong, where we went left. It's going to be all on you to reflect back and do self-inventory. So you know next time going into a new relationship, I'm going to be this way, and this is what I'm going to attract, and this is what I deserve. You're going to know. Okay, so one is self-inventory. Take self-inventory of yourself, what needs to change, what you like, what you don't like, what you need more of, what you need less of. That's self-inventory. And we're going to reflect. You're going to go back and you're going to realize the traumatic situation, and you're going to say, I want a healthy situation next. So this is what I don't like. This is what I don't need. This is what I do need. Because when you know what you don't need, you know what you need, baby. Okay? So, third thing, communicate your needs. This is how you can have a healthy relationship. Communicate your needs. There's so much that you can find out when you communicate your needs. You can find out how strong you really are, how communicating your needs gets you what you actually desire and what you want. And it sets the other person up to actually not make a mistake in giving you what you want. And how they respond to your communicating your needs will show you where you're dumping and pouring your love into. So communicating your needs gives you everything you need. But when you hold on to it and you don't say nothing, you may get treated a way you don't want to be treated. The other person may be doing what's natural for them, not knowing that they're hurting you. There's so many things that can benefit from you speaking up for you. If you need more love today, it's okay to go to your person and go, or your friends or your family, whoever, and go, I need more love today. I need a hug. Because what I just went through, I'm still not healed from, but love is the cure. So I'm going to lean on my village, and I'm going to go where the love is, and I'm going to stay there. Do not be ashamed when you feel low, because after traumatic situations, we normally have told our friends, we normally have expressed how we love this and we love that, and then when it changes, we have to go to the same people that support us and say that it's not working. And after that traumatic relationship or that traumatic experience, it's okay to want to run to where it's safe. And don't feel bad about being that vulnerable and that, I won't say weak, but that open. And we are weak in those moments. We're not strong in those moments. So when you're feeling weak, it's okay to express that. Even like I just did. It's okay to express, I don't feel strong right now and I need some strength. So can you help me over here? So communicate your needs. Open up. Open up, open up, open up. Okay? What else? Be clear on what you need and pay close attention to red flags. Y'all be clear on what you need and pay close attention to red flags. That's where the first one comes in. Self-inventory, we recognized it, and then we're going to reflect number 2. And in that reflection, you gonna notice when you think back. You got to notice those red flags when you think back. Write them down. Write them down. Write them down. Notice those red flags. Notice the green ones too. Don't write the green ones down too. Write down what was good. Write down what you did love about it. But remember that communicating your needs allows you to be clear, allows you to know what you want, what you need from them, and what you're willing to give, okay? What's another one, Joy? We're going to take it slow. And I think that's the biggest one. After a traumatic experience, if you're looking to have healthy relationships after that, you got to pause. You got to pause. And like I said before, jumping into something else when you aren't completely healed only sets up a really bad situation. And I'm not saying that it's impossible to run into a person that can see you today, love you, adore you, really care for your spirit, and help you heal. I'm not saying that that's impossible, because that is possible. It's possible. I'm one of those people. If me and my partner, I am a healer at heart, so I'm always gonna wanna help you come over to the light, get to the other side of whatever the issue is. But everybody isn't like that. Okay? So if you find someone who's willing to walk you through it, congratulations. Go that route and be vulnerable and be open and be ready to let it go. So when you, if you do not have a person who understands, take your time and you start to get with you and heal with you alone. Isolation breeds transformation. Okay? When you go off to yourself and you take it slow, you don't rush anything, you're not anxious for anything. You recognize in this season, after that traumatic situation, in this season, I'm not going nowhere fast. I'm moving slow because this time is for cleaning. This time is for clearing. This time is filling up myself with self-love. This is filling up my space with self-care. And God's love, it's a constant reminder of how special I am and how amazing I am. That's where I'm diving into. And that's what you do when you're taking it slow. You diving into to source, God, knowing who you are, remembering who you are. Take it slow, baby. You were created to love. You were created to give love. And you will be able to do that in a healthy manner once you heal. Once you heal. It's okay to be alone, and you got to be alone with you. You will come out totally different, trust me. And it's hard. It's so hard. It's so hard to be alone sometimes, especially after traumatic situations, because you want to go feel good again quickly. But no, take your time and let that feeling sit in it. Don't rush the process. Don't rush the process, because you rush the process, you're going to end up in another traumatic situation. I'm telling you. Wait on God when it comes to that. So what are we doing? We're taking self-inventory. We're reflecting. We're communicating what we need and want. And we are taking it slow. We're not rushing. We're not going to do that this time. We actually going to sit with ourselves and go, girl, I'm going to love you better. I'm going to love you better. Because we deserve better. We're worth it. Yes. So you got to build trust again after traumatic situations. Building trust. Everybody isn't out to get you. Everybody isn't out to get you. Love is yours and it's ready for you in abundance. And after trauma, it's so hard for us to get back into the groove of trusting and being fluid in it and going for what we know. It's really rough, and I get it. But you need that time to trust again. And not only trust in relationships again. Because after trauma, we start questioning everything. So we're going to build trust not just in relationships, but in love. We're going to trust that love still exists. We're going to build our trust back up in God, because this wasn't happening to us. Stuff is happening through us for us to learn and become better and to be stretched and to evolve. So we're going to build that trust back up in God and say, God, you got me. Come on, say that right now. Say, God, you got me, and I know it. I may not feel like you got me, but I know you got me. You've never let me fall. To this point, you've never let me fall. Although it felt like I was about to lose my mind, I didn't. So put your trust back in God. Remember that He holds you in His hand and He loves you, and He's the creator of all things. So if you have a problem with the things He created, go to the person who created it. Go to the spirit that created it, okay? So put your trust back in love. Put your trust back in God. And put your trust back in the beauty of life. This life is beautiful for us. And we will enjoy it every moment. Every moment. And the first way to do that is to slow down and reflect and take self-inventory of yourself and what happened to you. And let's move forward. And in that moving forward, that's where your peace is. That's where your joy is. That's where you are. Inside. We're not going to look outside. We're going to turn it in. Not outward, but inward. Okay? So this next segment, I love it. It's called It's Time to Heal. It's time to heal. In this segment, I just give you practical ways to heal from the traumatic situation so you can go into healthy relationships in a positive manner, the right way. You're whole, not all the way whole, because the job is never done, but you're whole. You're done with that. You're done with the past. You're not bringing up all the stuff that happened when you go into this new relationship. You dropping it right at the door. So it's time to heal. Here's the first way you can heal from trauma before you get into that new relationship, because we don't want to bleed into that new relationship and contaminate it, right? So the first thing that you can do is work on self-compassion. Joy, why? Negative self-talk and feelings of low self-worth can be a major impediment to entering relationships after trauma. Learning to practice self-compassion can help you see yourself in a more positive light, allowing you to move forward in hope and love and peace and in joy. That's what it does, okay? The second one is seek help. Y'all, seek help. A licensed life coach can provide strategies and support to help you work through your trauma and work through the trauma you've experienced and process the emotions it brought up. They can also help you build healthy coping skills and learn to trust in relationships again. And I am here for you. I'm a certified life coach, and I'm ready to help you get past the trauma so you can look at love through pure eyes instead of the eyes of trauma, because it's totally different. It's totally different, okay? What else can I do, Joy? Practice setting boundaries. We're going to do it today. You're going to write down a list, and you're going to set your boundaries. Trauma survivors, oh my God, we have so much trouble at this part. We'll get out of a traumatic situation and go right back into another one because we're not aware. So yes, trauma survivors, we're going to start setting boundaries. And I call it trauma survivors because we have survived the trauma. We're getting past it. We're moving forward. It's already done. We are going to start setting boundaries. And we're going to write them down today. Write your 3 boundaries down, your non-negotiables. I'm not doing this. Get somebody else to do it, okay? What else, Joy? Y'all, meditation. Meditation. This is going to help you heal from that trauma before you enter in those relationships. And I want to do a short one with you guys, if you can. Just close your eyes wherever you are and get really relaxed. You can even sit in a chair, and I'll give you a few seconds to do that. Sit in a chair. You can lay down. If you're at your office and you sneaking and listen to me, if you're driving in your car and you listening to me, just repeat everything I say. You don't have to close your eyes. But if you can, you're at home and you doing your thing, you at the park, close your eyes for a moment and take a deep breath, okay? So close your eyes. We're taking a deep breath. I need you to hold that deep breath and exhale. So take another deep breath and make it a deep breath. Bring it from your toes all the way up into your lungs and take a long, deep breath. In this moment, I want you to feel your body calming down, your shoulders dropping, and I want you to exhale. Exhale, exhale. And I want you to keep your eyes closed, and imagine yourself standing in front of you. Just look at your eyes, look at your nose, just look at yourself and admire and adore yourself. And I want you to repeat after me. I am worthy of a healthy love. I deserve to be showered with love. I am love. I am peace. I accept that I am made in the image of God. I want you to breathe deep again and exhale. And I want you to keep looking at yourself in your mind's eye. And I want you to imagine a beautiful white light from Holy Spirit surrounding your whole entire body. And it's going so fast, and it's just surrounding your head, your shoulders, your arms, your legs. It's going everywhere. It's a beautiful white light. And this light is to remind you of how loved, how amazing, and how adored you truly are. Whenever you feel unseen, Whenever you feel unloved, whenever you feel alone, whenever you feel not worthy, I want you to come back to this position. I want you to come back to this posture, and I want you to breathe. And I want you to close your eyes and see this light. And this light is your reminder that God is with me and I'm never alone. You can always ground yourself here in this light. This is where your identity is. All the beautiful things you see in your mind's eye, this is you. This is your reality. This is who you are. Remembering true love starts within. True love starts within. Say that with me. True love starts within. Take one last deep breath. Hold it in your heart. Hold it in your heart. Place your hand over your heart and breathe that in. Feel your heartbeat. And exhale. I hope that you remember as you come back to yourself. Wiggle your fingers. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. I hope you guys remember how precious you are. I hope you remember, even after trauma and traumatic experiences, I hope that you remember that you have a place to go and ground yourself. And it's within you. And God is there. The angels are there. Peace is there. Love is there. You can always go there. It only takes a minute to be alone with yourself and God. And I'm telling y'all, it's such a meditation changed my life. And I hope it helped you today as much as it just helped me to remind myself that I am worthy of love that I seek. I'm worthy of the love that I give out. And before I jump back into another traumatic situation, I'm going to make sure I'm straight first. And that's what this episode is, to make sure you're okay before you jump back into another relationship. Okay? So I hope that this episode helped you. I hope it helped you. And I thank you. I thank you for tuning in today. And I cannot wait to see you for the next one. Peace.